I have a blowout winning sports pick for all of you guys to tail completely free, given to me directly from the most profitable sports betting algorithm on earth. And I'm not just going to say that, I'm going to actually show it to you. So before we get into exactly how my algorithm works, how the software is the most profitable system, unlike all of these idiot handicappers all over the internet, let me break down something that's super important to note. You have to have and treat sports betting like a true business if you want to be successful. If you don't treat it like a business, you will always be unsuccessful. And that's why I deeply despise all of these internet handicappers who are just on here trying to sell you some Google picks, because it's truly disheartening. They are so focused on the 15 unit max play of the year and all of this, they never sit down and actually understand how to be profitable over the long run. And when I say profitable over the long run, I want to show you my monthly performance analysis. So as you can see, we have been tracking this specific system since 2023 in January. Over that course of time, we have only had one down month, going down 7.2% in the history of this system. Now, also, unlike all of these other idiots on the internet, they don't even track their ROI. They track, oh yeah, we went 28 and 1. Right? That's the most idiotic thing. You met 28 and 1, but yeah, the 28 plays that you took were all minus 500s, and then the one play you lost was, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, that is the most illogical thing. That's like a stock trader basically saying, yeah, man, I won 28 of my things, but those were all $100 wins, and then my loser was $10,000 loss. Like, it doesn't matter. Your record has no relevance on whether or not you're extremely profitable. So, it does? Not only your ROI percentage and the profits gained in units, but the median and mean CLV that you're getting on your plays. Now, why is that super important? Because that shows you how strong of an edge that you truly have. Because if you're getting amazing CLV and on, day in and day out, you are beating the closing line, that is super important to know, so that you actually know that you have a statistically backed and proven and profitable system and strategy. Because the foundation of profitable sports betting is a proven and profitable strategy. Now, I know that you might be thinking, oh, this guy just pulled up some random spreadsheet. No, every single pick, over 9,000 picks, as you can see here, the scroll wheel is super small. 9,000 picks are tracked in this data set for you to see. Thousands and thousands of picks I'm scrolling through right now. So it's not just one ridiculous pick or whatever it is. It's not just like I made up some numbers and typed something in like these idiot handicappers on the line. Now, we also tracked the CLV and the expected value that we were anticipating getting on each play, along with the confidence score that was spat out by my algorithm. So this is the most tried and tested way to be consistently profitable. Now, in order to obviously be consistently profitable, you have to do closing line value analysis. And if you aren't familiar with the closing line, here's what it is. Basically, the closing line is saying how much value am I getting on any given bet based on where I'm actually taking the bet at and the line I'm taking the bet at, which is maybe like minus 110, and then how far the line moves either in my favor, giving me better value on the play, or against me, giving me worse value before the game starts. Now, that tells us, right, if we are actively always beating the closing line, then we have a consistently profitable strategy. And as you can see here, right, 18.3% of our bets beat the closing line by more than 3%. Right? And as you can see, we only had 12% of our picks. We had the vast majority of our picks, over 60 to 70% of our picks, beat the closing line anywhere from 1% to 3%. So that shows us that is the backbone of how our consistently profitable strategy works. Now, when we break down based on the actual systems, I want to explain to you what a profitable strategy genuinely looks like. So here is exactly what a profitable strategy looks like. For example, we have 6 different strategies that we employ that I personally use to generate each one of my plays. We have a prop engine, which is player prop specific. We have the syndicate pulse. We have the lineups wire, the ratings gap lab, market mismatch, situational matrix, and then we have shared picks across all 6. Those are usually the highest confidence plays of any given time period. So the prop engine, that's our first strategy. We basically are using player projections to figure out a fair price for each prop. Then when a sportsbook's price is better than our fair price by a safe margin, we're posting it, right? Think the store is selling it cheaper than it's actually worth. We don't chase price changes. We're tracking, obviously, if the closing line is moving in our direction. That's our first strategy. The second strategy is the syndicate pulse strategy. When several respected sportsbooks all move in the same direction around the same time, that usually means the market has learned something important. We're detecting those group moves and estimating a fair price, and we only post if the current price is still lagging behind. We want to get in before the crowd finishes moving the number. And most importantly, with the syndicate pulse strategy, usually there are sharps and there are insiders that are moving these lines. We are using them as like a guiding wand almost to tell us exactly where we should be putting our action for that specific game or night. Now, the lineups wire strategy. When sportsbooks raise betting limits and move a line, that's the sign that they respect a new price. And we only post the best of those signals with a clear don't chase this past number. The goal is beat the final closing line. That's a very simple strategy. Obviously, our goal is to beat the final closing line. Then the ratings gap lab. This is a cool one, right? We're combining a few public power ratings to make our own team strength number, and from that, we're calculating what the spread or total should be. And if the morning market is far enough from our number, we post it. It's like buying a stock below your estimate of fair value. So again, that is a very cool strategy that we built. But again, market mismatch. So this is the fourth or the fifth of our strategies, market mismatch. We're basically comparing prices across many books, and if one book is way far off our average market price, and the gap will usually close, we are posting that number. This is a simple, repeatable way to capture small, steady edges. Then we have our situational matrix strategy. Some games change because of travel, rest, altitude, weather, or referee style. We are turning those factors into a single score and adjusting based on what we think the fair line should be. If the morning market hasn't fully priced in those factors, we are posting that edge. So once again, each one of these strategies has a specific edge that we're capitalizing on. And this is the truth about sports betting. Most of your favorite handicappers online can't even tell you what their strategy is. They are so busy trying to shill you some bullshit like 10,000 unit max play of the year. They couldn't tell you why they're taking that play. They couldn't tell you the CLV or the expected value they're anticipating getting. They couldn't tell you what their win rate is more than past, like, oh yeah, in the past week, we're up 10 units. Or in the past month, we're up this unit. Like, it's idiotic. Who cares how many units you're up in the past week if you're down all the other weeks? Who cares what your ROI percentage is over the past 3 days? It's idiotic. It is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, because most of you guys are sports betting to try to build either a side income, quit your job, or just make more money in general. And the number one way you're going to do that is treating sports betting like a business. And the way I equate this is they're building a brand new building right next to the place, like a brand new skyscraper. What you guys are following, and the idiots that you guys are following on social media, or yourself, if you don't have a consistently profitable and proven strategy, is the equivalent of them saying, I'm going to build this skyscraper, and I'm just going to guess. I'm going to pour the concrete. I'm just going to guess how much concrete should go in the foundation. I'm going to, I'm going to line up I'm going to do my measurements. No measurements needed. No, I don't really care. I'm just going to guess. Like, it's idiotic. Like, sports betting is a highly competitive marketplace. The sports books make literal billions of dollars off your losses. So you guessing, oh yeah, I'm just going to guess and check, is the number one reason why you lose money. But it's an easy reason, because if you're guessing, you know what the problem is. And you know that if you stop guessing and you start following a consistent and profitable system with proven data, as you can see, proven monthly ROI performance, proven cumulative profit and loss statements, etc., everything can turn around literally that quickly. The sports books make billions of dollars off your losses every single year because people either do two things. They gaslight themselves into thinking that they have a good strategy when they don't. Or they gaslight themselves into following these idiot cappers who have nothing to show for their results, who can't even sit down and explain to you why they're taking a pick, right? And I'm going to show you exactly some picks from last night, including a performance summary last night. Last night we went 3-3, right? We gained only 0.27 units. Now, I'm sitting here speaking, telling you the truth because, yes, 2 nights ago we did go 5-1 and blah, blah. But again, we're not looking at the day-to-day performance. We're looking at the month-over-month and year-over-year performance. Because if we are actively, achieving a 20%, 15%, 13%, ROI in your money, and you have, let's say, a $10,000 bankroll, and you're making $2,000, $5,000, $4,000 on your account per month. That's something that you can compound and you can grow, and then eventually you can quit your job. You can quit your job or achieve that, whatever goal you're trying to do with sports betting, off a P&L curve that looks like this, right? Where it's consistently going up, trending up, and you're able to make money. You cannot quit your job off the 13-unit max play that wins, and then you follow the next 5 picks and they all lose, and then you gave up all the losses or all the wins from the 13-unit max play. It's just the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But again, I do all of this and I make these videos for you to show you what true profitable sports betting actually looks like. So again, last night we went 3-3, only gained 0.27 units. We risked 5.1 units. We're at ROI of 5.3%. And our current bankroll right now, over the past, I want to say 7 days or whatever of testing and doing these performance reviews for you guys, is sitting at 105.05 units. Now, a lot of people don't even track that, right? That's a starting point, but we do. We track every single detail. We also track the closing line value, and if we are getting positive CLV on each one of our plays. As you can see here, right, this was the performance review from Thursday, which is now Saturday, so this was 2 days ago. We tracked that we had an average CLV percentage of 2.1% with getting a positive CLV, like positive closing line value, on 6 out of 6 picks, getting 3.77 units. So I do this to show you this is what profitable sports betting looks like. If your favorite idiot online is not doing any of these things and not showing you the spreadsheets and the breakdowns and like actually proving to you that the spreadsheets have concrete data behind them, then it's not going to be profitable, right? And I want to show you guys some examples of what profitable sports betting and what edge truly looked like. So this was a play from yesterday, from last night, that the market mismatch algorithm alerted. And as you can see here, this was on the St. Louis Cardinals at plus 135. And basically what the algorithm was and what the market mismatch system was saying, which is basically comparing prices across many books. If one book is way off, that gives us an edge. Basically saying, market mismatch has detected a pricing discrepancy where 2 European books, Bet365 and William Hill, are offering St. Louis at plus 135, while North American consensus is at plus 125. 10-point difference represents a solid geographical arbitrage opportunity, where international books are slower to adjust to recent information about pitcher availability and lineup changes. Algorithm identified this mismatch at this time, confirmed it's not due to different pitcher listings, this, et cetera, et cetera. This basically gives us an insight into what the books are thinking and where edges truly are. Because if we can understand how the books are pricing lines, then we can understand how to make profitable picks around them. So that's one example. Another example was from the Ratings Gap Lab. This was a pick on the Milwaukee Brewers at plus 135 from last night. The Ratings Gap Lab identified significant market inefficiency on the Brewers-Blue Jay matchup. At 7 p.m., our comprehensive power rating system rates Milwaukee as only a plus 115 underdog, while the market is offering it at plus 135, a 20-point gap that represents substantial value. This gap stems from the market overvaluing Toronto's home field advantage and undervaluing Milwaukee's recent surge, 9-2 in the last 11 games. With Freddie Peralta's excellence, Peralta brings elite stuff to this matchup. His curveball generates a 38.7% whiff rate against left-handed pitchers, et cetera, et cetera. So you guys get the point. Like, this is what you guys, the main problem that people have is like they don't know why they're taking picks. They don't know the analysis behind the picks. And that's something that we pride ourselves on, is like having the best systems and the best analysis for you guys to understand why you are taking certain picks. And if you do know why, like these, a lot of people have these like made up bullshit stats where it's like, oh yeah, like let's just put it into ChatGPT. Why do we think the Milwaukee Brewers are going to win tonight? Oh, the ERA, this, that, and the other. Like, no. You have to have a strategy, which is why each one of our analysis is based on a specific strategy, right? The Ratings Gap Lab strategy, the market mismatch strategy, and we can continue going. The Syndicate Pulse strategy, which, remember, is basically when when several respected sportsbooks all move the line in the same direction around the same time, which means the market has learned something important, probably relevant insider information. So this example here, the Syndicate Pulse has detected a premium coordinated sharp money movement on Tampa Bay across 4 major sportsbooks within a 28-minute window starting at 11:15 a.m. Pinnacle, these are all sharp books, Pinnacle, Bookmaker Heritage all move the line from minus 140 to minus 150, with Bet Online following 12 minutes later. Clear Tier 1 syndicate signal. The algorithm classified this as a premium because the movement occurred during minimal public betting volume, only 31% of tickets on Tampa Bay, and coincided with significant sharp account activity totaling over $145,000 in tracked wagers. And then we go into some more details on like the pitching matchups and all that good stuff. But again, it's basically saying based on the sharp money movement from these sharp books, right? We were able to identify that this was going to be a high probability bet. Therefore, we were able to alert this to you guys, which obviously cashed out. This was the free play from last night. So again, the number one reason why you are losing at sports betting, it is crystal clear, is because number one, you don't have a proven and profitable system. And number two, you are probably not using proper bankroll management. With those two things, it's the easy, like sports betting is really not that difficult. But a lot of people can't get past the first one, which is having a proven and profitable system. They don't have anything that looks like this with only, again, one down month, out of the past 2.5 years of tracking, and a cumulative P&L that looks something like this. So again, they have, everybody has two choices. You can play like the winners, tail proven and consistently profitable strategies, or you can just lose like the rest and just continue draining your bank full, which is probably what you've been doing if you haven't been tailing a consistent system. So tonight, let's get into the free play that I want you guys to lock in. We are actually going back to the Tampa Bay Rays money line at -161, which is the game at 8 p.m. today. We are locking this play in for 0.8 units with a confidence of 7.9 out of 10. But today, it was not alerted by the Syndicate Pulse system. It was actually alerted by the Lineups Wire system. So basically, the Lineups Wire system identified a significant market inefficiency on Tampa Bay as road favorites against Washington, where our line movement algorithms show the Rays' true probability exceeds the implied odds by 11.2 percentage points. Then we go into pitching matchups. You guys are welcome to read this full analysis if you would like. But again, let's lock in this free play. Let's make some money. And if you guys want to leverage my full systems, all 6 of these systems, there is no buy now button. You cannot buy them. Why? Because I offer a full money back guarantee, meaning every single dollar that you invest into these systems, if they are not profitable, you get a full refund. Now, I cannot offer that money back guarantee without understanding your specific circumstances to a T. Why? Because a lot of people will say, okay, great, I got access to 6 systems. I'm going to not tail 5 of them, tail 1 of them, put my whole bankroll on it, lose, and then request my money back. That's not how this is going to work. I only want 6 serious, consistently profitable guys who are looking to actually do something big with sports betting to gain access to my systems, because we have a full money back guarantee. If the systems are unprofitable, you get your full refund, full money back, no questions asked whatsoever. So I can't offer that to everybody because that would just be people taking advantage of me. And obviously, I don't want to give my consistently profitable systems out to anybody. I want to make sure that you're actually serious about, achieving your goals through sports betting. And if you actually are, right, the way that you can get access or you can do this is only by chatting with me, because I want to understand exactly where you're at. We'll jump on a quick call. We'll chat about your current situation. And you can do that by sending me a message on Instagram. DM me on Instagram and tell me why you are qualified, why you deserve to be able to tail all of these systems, why you think that you would be a good fit. And if you believe that you would be a good fit, right, we'll chat more about your specific situation. I'll give you even more in-depth information about how everything works, and we'll chat more about how you can gain access to this. But again, let's lock in this free play tonight, Tampa Bay money line. Let's cash out again, back-to-back free play winners. As I alerted yesterday, we cashed out on the free play again. Now, let's win. And if you want to gain access to all of my systems and you want to consistently profit, right, make sure you shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll chat with you over there, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace.